Fast off!
Recording for week 20. Big 2-0.
We're thinking as week 20 or as month 4.
We're in quarantine, guys. The time just kind of passes by.
Yeah, we're going into year 2.
It's Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison Blues. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
I'm Tyler. I'm playing Scalar.
I'm David. I'm playing Malcolm. I'm also doing calculus.
I'm Steven, and I'm playing Genshin, not doing calculus.
My name is Mike, and I'm playing Cursed, and I'm putting on a sweatshirt right now. So
I'm Ken, and I am the Dungeon Master.
You sound so disappointed saying that.
Alright, so, last week, who would like to do a quick recap?
I wouldn't mind.
Go for it.
Tyler,
real quick, we kicked ass.
We did.
Yeah, we found a miniature slaving den, and we routed it, and now things are great. We helped. What would you call the what's the family name? Bench, dench, French.
Oh,
so the iron or the steel hand.
The steel hand.
The steel hand. Yeah, we helped them out of a jam in an epic battle, where all my spells were used personally, and I actually used them in a pretty effective way, with our in the spellcasting side of things, and so much melee, so much melee combat. Lots of good stuff, lots of bold actions taken, and I think we had some light conversation of like, oh, now we've got an arena, but I don't think most of us care about actually having an arena.
Yeah, none of us care that.
No, but double recap just because we'll actually be kind of interacting with it this time. 2 sessions ago, we played a one-off where we interacted with new characters with the big bad and managed to subdue him without cutting his face off, and now he is our brewmaster.
Yes, Dr. Yeckle.
Slash bartender slash
He's just
emotional.
I don't really know if I should trust him again.
Yeah.
That needs therapy.
No. He's not a therapist. He's the one who needs therapy. He's the
therapist that needs therapy. He wants to look like he's helping, but obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be like going to the bar to like check up on him.
Oh, hey, could you hey, we need to talk about our problems.
Actually,
start talking by himself.
Someone should learn detect poison.
Just make sure.
Or purify food, just so like every time we go to the bar, like every time he gets his drink, just boing. Hey, thanks.
Oh God.
But
do you want to talk about what happened with you, Tyler? You had some interesting stuff happen last session. With our
okay, yeah, that was just at the end, yeah. So Scalar, at the end we were fighting a dragon, and Scalar was pretty interested in the fact that, well, I mean, he was interested in the way the dragon looked until he realized it was a black dragon. Then he kind of lost interest. But a lot of possibilities for research, a lot of materials that we can take and either utilize or just Scalar can probably use for his own personal research. But I think only Steve's character noticed the pretty specific physical features of Scalar.
Yes,
for the first time.
Pulled down your hood and you were
his hood fell down and he was so excited he didn't put it up immediately, and his sleeves kind of ran up while I was trying to like just reached into the dragon and just like was rooting around just like trying to like find something, and he left his sleeves up, rolled up, and you could kind of tell that the scales kind of end up to after the elbows and after the front of the face, and that Scalar is probably a drow.
Oh yes, dark elf. Yes, that was it. Okay, now I remember. Cool. That's what I just needed to recap on personally, because I know I noticed something, but I couldn't exactly pinpoint it.
Yeah. So I think we're still. Do we want to hand wipe the scene to like we get the dragon stuff? Like, how much do we want to roll for? Like, how much stuff we get? I don't know. Or how much dragon to be processed?
Can't we like go find somebody that's actually good at that and have them do that.
Dragon
Like, be
processing.
Like, hey, we have a dragon here. Just kind of like throw it on the counter at the butcher and be like, hey,
honestly,
cut this up for us?
You could find somebody around town if you wanted to that can do that.
I just think it's better to have a professional do it. And I don't have to yell at him. We can give him 1 star on Jelp.
Let's first things first. Scholars, because this is actually like now a major, like at this point, it's the same thing as a major archaeological find to him, or it's got the same amount of like impact for like the town and for him personally. He's gonna like find a scrap of parchment and write on it, so like a quick, like real quick, like on this day and the date, the Bulwark clan and the Silverhand clan felled this dragon, and will split whatever profits come of it right down the middle. That seems cool with everybody. I mean, he'd make sure, but like, all right, we got things are gonna move, and they're gonna move quick. We gotta get our story straight right now. We killed this dragon. We gotta make sure we get half of everything, half of all the stuff, because the town will probably benefit and want something from this dragon, and honestly, they can have some of it. We can't use all of it.
Wait,
I think we can use all of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why does the town need to take it? I mean, not to.
Well, I mean, the town could probably benefit from having dragon parts sold in the town. If we take the parts and sell it somewhere, then there's going to be a lot of black dragon parts. Sorry, my dog just went after the fall. So like if we get the town council or like the higher ups of the town involved, that we can get some sort of like wholesale or lump sum, like, hey, they want this for a certain price. We can negotiate with that and then get it processed faster and get whatever materials we need for our own needs. Does anyone have any specific want to do with this? Sorry about the dog.
I would like some shot of the scales.
I was gonna try if we can get just get it skinned. If we can just get it like straight skinned and have dragon skin with scales on it. If we want to take sections of the skin and then have scales from that.
Yeah, maybe even like we could try to make some kind of armor or equipment with it.
Yeah. I think just carting this thing. Scholar's gonna ask the Silverhands to try to help him find a cart. And he's gonna ask Malcolm to try to get as much dragon blood.
For what?
Like, dragon blood, even blood that's spilled into the ground. Scoop up the dirt that the dragon blood is soaked up in. All of it is valuable.
So you're speaking to Malcolm now?
He's forgotten anything that's happened in the past hour after killing a dragon. Like, you are an assistant and you are an ally in this endeavor of getting this dragon home. I know we've had
Mic off.
in the past, but we did really well in that last battle. Actually, we worked in sync pretty solidly, right?
Kind of.
Mic on.
Kind of, as a dog destroys a ball in the background.
Going to town.
Well, Malcolm was already going to start collecting blood, but he's not collecting it off the ground. He doesn't care that much. He just wants some to study. But he's just going to be collecting it, and Scar's going to ask him to pick it off the ground. He's going to look at him like, because he knows that it's going to be soiled and useless, and continue on just collecting vials of the blood that's pure.
I assume you have vials on you.
I believe I do. Actually, no, I don't anymore, because all my shit's in the bag, and I don't have anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because the bag still has a flame skull in it that we never took care of. So, I have nothing. So some idiot decided to put a flame skull on a bag of holding.
Okay, that was... You guys were the ones that didn't take it out and kill it.
I was going to take it out and kill it. Yep, it's fun.
Pretty useful. So I'm sure we can get vials or some kind of jars or containers from around the...
Yeah, we still have to talk about the skull too and get that.
We'll figure that out
I mean, we got that started at least. We have the idea set.
But yeah, so
Um,
I didn't know how did you want to do that, Ken? Did you kind of want to like hand wave what we get if pay to get it skinned maybe, and then we get more from it? I don't know.
All right. So the idea then is you're bringing the dragon back to town.
Yes.
If you have them help carry it down, because the other guys, the rest of the steel hand, are more than willing to help do that since you helped them out.
Homies.
And I thought some of the plan was to have them also hang out a bit there or something.
Yeah, they're gonna hang out.
There was some light talk about having someone stay there to take charge of this place or something. I don't know exactly.
Oh, well, I mean, they're either all going to go or they're all going to
Yeah. No,
stay, but I thought there was talk that they were going to come back to the
the yeah, you had said that that they like wouldn't stick around permanently, but they would like kind of like come around every now and then. So yeah, they're obviously welcome to do what they'd like, and if they want to be recruited, we'll recruit them for some kind of, just like extra bodyguard, extra income going to do other like smaller quests. That's a really cool token. I like that.
Is our boy really like messed up in the face now?
what? This is the
Is that
brewmaster.
Dr. Jekyll? Yeah, is he really messed up in the face? I thought it wasn't. I thought that was his ugly version.
We'll wave our hand and say that when he transformed back because you guys polymorphed him, he kind of kept half of his form.
He's both part. You know what? That's actually healthier. He's both halves put together.
There you go. So now he can't change.
That's
because
funny.
He's both.
So he's
Oh
got
my God, he's a Dr. Hulk, like
Yeah, it's Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk. That's
got all the NPCs that I think so far. You've got the
Let's see.
Two,
Bulwark's up there.
you've got the ship guys. You've got the guy that runs the.
Why is Altair there?
yeah. Voltaire was Dr. Jekyll, so you can delete him if you'd like.
No, he's the guy now that runs the food kitchen.
Soup kitchen.
Oh, that's him. Okay, that's I have his name, but I'll.
I forgot why that token was there, and I thought, oh, maybe that's why we put it there. So that's what it became now.
Because I think I put it there last session to mark Jekyll, but we'll have him as that. Olimar.
We had a cook and a bartender. Fuck yeah.
Yep, we have Olimar running the soup
Yeah,
kitchen.
we're moving on up.
All right, so they're willing to help you guys get back. I will say that by the time you get it back, you're able to find 3 vials of dragon blood.
Nice.
Once you get back and actually have access to vials.
I have a 5-pound water skin that has no use. I'd fill it up right away.
I mean, I don't know. It's got to be like in a clean vial or something.
It's a clean water skin.
Yes, you think so. Thank you.
Why do you have a water skin?
I don't know, but I do, and that's why it's not useful.
Everybody else was doing it.
Why do
I
you?
wanted
Why
to feel included.
wait. Why is the robot that doesn't eat, sleep, or drink?
That was the joke. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it just stashed inside of his suit?
Don't worry.
Like he just spits out a water
For
flash?
cleaning. It's for cleaning.
It's for other people. He's just being nice. It is. My God.
Hi, Zoe. Okay. Well,
you get it back to town, and
who can we talk to?
There's like a local
Monster processor,
like tanner type person who does like a lot of skinning.
Deer.
He looks at that and is like, I could skin all this for you for 300 gold.
Deal.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. We're helping out the town. We want this to be like a.
8, 14. Okay. I took it out of our gold
Also, who spent the most time like around me as a character?
Yo,
Probably yes, Galar, honestly.
Oh, he wouldn't notice shit then. No.
Scholar or Neldor, because you've been blasting him just as much as me.
Or
Spent,
Eldor, not even.
spent the most time like speaking to me or near me.
Yeah,
I guess
definitely
probably Tyler did. Tyler, can you do me a favor? And just like
No
do a
favors.
perception check, please. I just want to see if you noticed anything
Can
after that fight.
Can I use my passive?
What's your roll? 15?
Yeah.
You noticed that my hair is turning ash white, slowly but surely. And after that fight, it got a lot whiter.
Oh, do you normally have a hood on or something?
No, it was more of a blonde color, but it's becoming more of like that platinum gray color as I'm throwing more and more heavy spells around. And you pick up on that because you watch me throw some heavy spells.
Stress.
On the way of carting the dragon back, I will, having noticed his affliction, I'll come to him and say, taking down this dragon is a big step for our group.
Probably is. We're lucky it wasn't a red one though.
Well, it wasn't the type of dragon that I was personally looking in, but it is a fine resource, magically speaking, and maybe we could use it to help with your affliction, whatever it may be.
Affliction? What are you talking about?
I don't know the nature of yours, but you have something that is changing you as well, right?
He starts to like kind of like freak out and like look at his hands, like think he's turning into a lizard person like you. He's like
Scalar will point to his head. Scalar will point to his own hair, like gesturing up, like.
And then at that moment, Malcolm like kind of like runs his hands through his hair, and
you're not that
strand
unfortunate.
falls in front of his face, and he notices it's white, and he quickly puts it back up, and he's like, yeah, we'll worry about that later, and he like smooths it out and tries to hide the white hair underneath the blonde mess. You can tell it's not from age. You can tell it's something else going on.
Well, just I guess something to note.
Thank you.
And then I'll awkwardly sidle off. If he's seems like he's just realizing it, he will feel awkward pointing it out.
And Malcolm kind of awkwardly slinks away. And he tries to say thank you and doesn't know how to approach this, so he just kind of backs. He like walks around the front of the dragon to like the front, so like when you're carrying a casket, like we just kind of like switch spots real quick, so he's just kind of farther away from you. He's in the front holding the side next to Gench, who's probably also in the front, and he's just kind of there. And he's like, "Oh, hi Gench, how you doing? Hey, we saved your friends."
Oh yeah, they're pretty awesome, aren't they?
Gench, did you see me send those guys flying?
Oh, I mean, I was a little busy, you know. He kind of like, flexes his muscle a little bit, dealing with my own problems.
Oh, you missed it, man. I was playing bowling with human beings.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you guys were up. Oh, yeah. Why did those other guys even attack us, by the way? Like, what was the deal with that? Very cool.
Talk to Mean Metal Man over there, who has a very scary looking face. So I just zoomed in on his token. His token looks pissed. Honestly, zoom in on his token. Look at his face on his token. He just looks angry.
Gench kind of scratches the back of his head. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he kind of like, what is he? Is he like alive? Like,
he's not as much as mystery to me as he is to you. But wait. Oh wait, you don't know that you can detect magic. Never mind. So
I want the scene to quick cut to Scalar like pounding on Neldor's like chest and like putting his ear to it, like listening, Like as Neldor's trying to like back away and get away, he's like, nah, hold still, stop moving. I need to figure this out. Dong, dong,
Yeah,
dong.
curse. Dong. And I kind of look at him again, and I'm like running some like quick calculations in my head. I'm like, wait, have we seen him eat?
See
Or
what I mean?
drink?
Like I've been watching that guy for a while. I don't know what where did he come from? He kind of just like literally like we woke up and he was in the room
Just-
next to ours.
And he punches things. Like
You
he-
hear
he-
Skalar scream from the other side, how big are you?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I want to kind of talk to Henzio, or maybe I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to talk to him. I feel like he's gonna.
we could ask him. I mean, actually, no, that's a bad idea. Well, let's talk to Henzio about that.
I'm just curious where.
We've got a
why
couple
he's
of things
here.
to mention to Henzio.
Because he just kind of exists.
I'll get Neldor.
You mean cursed?
We can
Oh.
go.
Oh, hey, Scar. Long time no see. You missed this crazy thing that happened.
Oh, Mike's playing Neldor right
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry. I'm
No.
saying
Now
I
Mike's
keep
playing
using the
Neldor.
wrong name. Right. But Cursed is the metal man, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll get Cursed. Sorry, my bad.
Mike, please change your name in Discord.
I got it.
I
got it.
can't do
I
that
got it.
because I don't have
I got it.
permission.
I got it. You have permission. You can't do it on your phone.
Okay, thanks.
Permission.
Because I keep looking at I'm looking at Discord to see everyone's name.
Good. Saved. All right. So cursed. So
Forward.
I was going to talk to Cursed right
Cursed.
now. Let's see how this goes.
All right, Curse will follow you.
Who's following whom? Sorry, what?
You said we need to talk to Henzio.
Oh
Well,
yeah, we've got.
we're
Yeah.
talking right
No,
now.
we're gonna go as a group to Henzio to deal with.
We're still walking back. We were having.
No, we got back to the Tanner.
Oh, we got back.
That was something that was just you and me. Something you and me talked about. That was
Oh,
just aside.
So did we do the Tanner now? Is that because?
Yeah, we got done at the Tanners.
Hold on, wait. Ken needs to tell us what we even got from it. He was.
Well, he said 300 and he'll do it. He got the job.
Oh,
Now we
okay.
have to
So
wait.
Right. Yeah. So you dropped this thing
It's
off
not
then.
done immediately.
I assume most of the rest of the talking was like on the walk back, and you were just kind of
Yeah.
playing that out. So I was allowing you guys to role play your guys.
Ken
But
is
now,
letting us do his job for him. But now we have to go
So-
talk to him.
oh
Ken,
yeah. So what do we want to talk to Henzio about? Do we about like utilizing the dragon, or like I mean, I know we could definitely like I know personally I could use some resources on stuff, but
Yeah. So
Steve, did you point out that you realized Scalar?
I
yet?
did not yet. He's kind of
Okay.
still processing.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what we want to talk to Henzio about, we want to find out where, because didn't we pay to get like that like cage or something set up that you guys like got? You guys were talking about it. That was your whole thing, you and Malcolm. Some kind of
No, we
cage
didn't
for,
ever.
we never decided to do that.
We didn't decide to do that. Ken was looking at things for us still. We were looking at like setting up.
Which
I would,
cage?
have, I would have had to cast a spell like for like a year to get what we wanted done.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
was
that
talking about to hold
with the anvil?
spell.
The
We
anvil?
would need a spell. We would need a magic circle, and I did not find the spell, so we nixed that for the time
Okay,
being.
and then
Well,
I guess we're just holding up,
Anvil,
like,
yeah.
or we're asking Henzio on some way of getting magic circle inscribed around our anvil so we can imbue this energy into our anvil. Basically, I mean, we want an anvil that has magical energy that we can imbue into other items to like start making magic items.
Yeah, that's the goal.
right. So this was the part of what I wanted to discuss a bit on this was
Sure.
because you guys were just sort of like, I don't know, magic anvil. So I started poking around and I found that one, and that's why I threw it out there. As is this something I thought it would be
Which one?
neat?
Sorry.
I like that. The one that lets
I threw it up in Discord.
you basically can just put an item into it, and then
Oh, okay. Wow, totally missed that.
it charges the anvil, and then you can put another thing on it, and it'll get that enchantment. So, for example, we could take the +1 lance that somebody has and turn it into a +1 sword by just destroying it, or like we get
Yeah,
a flame tongue and turn it into like something like that.
Right. My other thought had been if people were like, it'd be neat to get a specific magic item, then we could figure out what kind of stuff you might need to try to get or find to like craft that. You know what I mean?
Personally,
Oh, I see. I like that.
personally, I'm kind of into the idea of the like, take a magic item that might not be that crazy good and turn it into something else, or like something with the same enchantment. I don't know how you do that. If it'd be like, I don't know, say we
This
got
is-
that flask of endless water, and then we could
Right.
turn that into a +1 item. Don't know if that would be like.
Oh
even
well, no,
No,
that's just
no.
this is the Skyrim aspect. This is like the
Literally
Skyrim aspect with only one store or one or multiple storage at a time. You can build up and then unload all the enchantments onto that next item. So
if we got like
if it was a flask of endless water, we could destroy the flask and then put it on like a bucket.
Make the
And
vase.
then a bucket,
endless
or
water.
or like if it's a what of endless water? What?
A vase.
Yeah, like a vase that would constantly pour water. Honestly, that's not a bad that is not a bad idea. That would be, instead of like a really valuable magic item, that would be a really expensive art piece.
Well,
Like,
okay, let's
No,
also
obviously
try to
that's a
think
joke.
outside the box. You're just saying, well, I'm going to take an item and go with
That's
this
what you're
item and make it the
doing
same
about it.
thing,
Yeah,
but something
no.
slightly different.
hang on.
What that item does is it has magic that is like a creation or a transmuter type of magic. So like my thought on this would be sort of like if there was like an item where something that could like a wand, and you touch it to something and you can change it to something else for like an hour. It transforms it into something different or whatever. Like you would say, okay, we could use the basis of like the magic this item probably would have, and then we could just
This would be a
refocus it
lot of
into
like we could try this and like see if we refocus this magic into this kind of item. Like if we have a cloak of the displacer and put that magic into a dagger, what would that do?
It would be a dagger that just teleports around. It's terrifying, but awesome.
I mean, or it's a dagger that you can't see exactly where it is. That I mean, you can have a lot of fun with that sort of situation.
I like that as well. But
I like it, Ken. That's a great find.
Ken,
Right.
I like both. I like both ideas that where we can throw something on it, destroy it, and transfer it, or we can just be like, you know what? Let's put this magic into this thing and see what happens.
So wait,
That
So-
implies my mad wizard nature.
Hang on.
Yeah.
What?
So
What,
like
Steve?
theoretically, like I don't know, like I mean this might be thinking a little bit outside of the box, but like say you put like I don't know the endless water thing, you put that onto like I don't know a helmet, and then that helmet would like give you like water breathing or something. Would that be like a similar kind of idea?
I would think it'd have a water spout. It would have a water spout that you can drink from, and it never runs out.
Okay,
Like a
No.
backpack,
maybe not
like a
exactly like that, but like
camelback.
kind of an idea where you can change it into something relatively similar. That's the idea.
Well, but that to me that wouldn't be similar. Like water. Well, no, transmutation be water breathing. What is the? Let me see. What are things like create food in water?
Yeah, like
Conjure. Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah,
Is
you
that?
can conjure water or like use the spell. Create water. Like it's not like tidal wave. That's the crazy version, but there is like create water where you can create 10-foot cube of water.
So it would be more like like I would consider. You want to look at the items and try to look at the 9 schools of magic and say roughly like it probably has like this type of magic. So right, like that water thing would be like a conjuration type of a thing.
And then it's
Mhm.
So you're not. So take the word water out of it and just imagine it as it's
creating
an item that can give you a little bit of conjuration magic,
Interesting. Okay,
and then you could
Oh, so it takes the school of magic.
right. Like I'm not
It's like
saying
the
like
aspect of that magic. Okay,
right
and it
now.
can re-represent in some other way.
In that case, I like the thing that example that they give in there though. Like if you took a
The
flame
flame tongue.
tongue and you pulled
Sure.
it in and you try to throw it on a shield, well, maybe it'll just
Right.
give you fire resistance because it is
Yes.
fire to begin with.
Yeah,
But in this
that's,
case,
what
the
that's
name
like
is water,
Final
but you
Fantasy
can
example.
summon more than just water.
Gotcha.
So it's not really just water based; it's just the name of it.
So like you can change that flask of water into like a flask of like whatever a never ending.
No, you don't change the flask. You have to destroy the flask.
Destroy it.
or whatever. Put it onto something else and like it would make beer or something, or it would make something else like another similar kind of idea. Okay, I think I'm on board.
Well,
Was that
right.
correct?
Except for in the ideas of this flask, The flask,
The flask is
Like,
a
if
You
bad
put the
example.
flask on a shield.
the flask is a bad example because you're caught up on the word water. And what I was trying to say was that, like, it makes more than just water. It conjures
yeah.
up,
It conjures something.
liquids
Creates something.
or things like that.
Ah, okay. So if I put my lantern of fiend tracking on this, and then destroyed the lantern, and then touched a sword to this, would my sword would have like, I mean, some sort of fiend detection?
Or extra damage against fiends, maybe.
What's or yeah, even well, okay. To me, this sort of magic is situational, or at least like it it depends on the input. Like, it's not going to be like if you take three magic items that are the same magic item and take the magic out of them and put them into other items, I figure you might get a different outcome with the same magic item with three different types. Like, if you take the lantern and put it into a shield, you might get a different effect than if you put it in a sword, right?
Yeah, or something like, in the case of that thing that lets you detect stuff, you would say, well, what are others, a good way to look at it's going to be, okay, this thing allows you to detect things. So what kind of magic is that? I would just go to the player's guide, find a spell that is something similar, like detect magic for divination. So then you could say, all right,
Divination. Okay.
I'll get some kind of divination-y type thing. So maybe instead of fiends, maybe I can switch it to be something different. And then,
Oh, we could control what we switch it to, possibly.
right,
was
but
thinking
then
this
the
was
other
a
part's going to
random.
be like, you'll pull it in, and then you'd say, all right, what if I want to be able to try to detect, like, elementals or something? Then I might say, all right, that's cool if you want to be able to do that.
Oh, okay.
You can
so
pull the
you're
magic
giving us a
in,
lot of change. Okay.
and then what I'm
Cool.
saying, though, is that, well, you may also need to go and find something that represents elementals so that you're changing the
Ooh.
focus of the magic to
Okay.
be fiends to elementals. And then you can
Okay.
take that and put it back into, like, goggles or, something crazy
Sure.
like that. Like,
So that
like
that would
there'll be
require
other
another magic
aspects,
item.
right? Like, there'll be other
Okay.
aspects that I want to add in to say, like, well, I want to,
Got
but
it.
if you wanted to just say, hey, I want to take this flask and turn it into a vase, so it does the exact same magic but just a different thing, then you
Yes,
that you could
yeah.
just do, because you're
You're
taking one
you can take
magic,
this
you're just
beat up
putting it
magic
into a different
item
item.
and make it into another nicer looking magic item.
So,
Right,
That-
like
that's
I'm
cool.
okay with just that because you're not really changing anything aside from
It's just
Uh,
aesthetic.
and then maybe there'll be like a gold piece cost of like materials or something that you need to
To actually get the next
like to
thing.
use. Like there'll at least be a little bit of a cost each time.
so then,
Even if you're keeping it the same, maybe it'll be like, all right, it's like 100 gold of like, some kind of gem dust or whatever that seems appropriate or something like that you end up smashing as well on the thing. Like. Is that
yeah. Okay, so the only thing I'm curious about is because, like, obviously, like, so I have my +2 lance, and, like, obviously, I mean, from what you explained, like, I could just put that onto, like, another weapon or something. Like, that seems like that's just a 1-to-1 kind of switch.
correct? Only I would probably
With
be
some
like,
cost.
This is kind of
Right.
reminding me of Final Fantasy X's combination item system.
I'm just kind of trying to think if there's, like, anything else I could do with that, because, like, I don't know what you would consider, like, a +2 weapon, if that would just be, like, some kind of other, like, magical weapon.
Right, if you could get like a bunch of +1 weapons, you might be able to charge up the anvil and then get like a +2, +3, +4
Not
weapon.
even that, I was more just because I think it would be I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, like, more fun to do than just being like, oh,
Right.
I have a +2 lance, I want to make it a +2 sword now. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I could do.
Right.
Right. Well, if you found
think of other
a flame
things.
tongue, you could. If you found a flame tongue, you could make it a +1 flame tongue, or like, say, I mean, if you put my fiend like thing, we could try to take the aspect of the fiend from it, or I don't know if I'm interpreting it wrong there, It might not be the feed aspect; it might just be the detection aspect.
Right,
So it'd be
it'd be more
a
than
sword,
detect,
+1
yeah.
sword who gets detects something. If it could just be detect fiend, or we could add another aspect like an element, like a weapon that's strong against elementals or something like that.
Scorching ray that you have. If we threw that on there with
The
the
what?
sword, you have the circle of scorching ray. If we threw that on there
Yeah.
with the sword,
I mean, fire.
You have fire, or you have the Zelda sword that lets you just shoot out a projectile type deal.
Right, like the idea is going to be, I want you guys to say, I think if we need to make this item, what do we need to do with that? So you're saying, okay, I got a +2 sword, or a +2 weapon. I'd love to turn this into a +2 sword, but maybe it has some other kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Then you just got to tell me, like, well, what it is that you want. And then there'll be, like, and then I'll say, all right, well, that'll be some research into figuring out what you need to get.
Hold on. Sunblade. It's literally a +2 sword, but it also does extra damage against undead, and then it does the same shining effect that my current sword does. I like that a lot, because it's literally what I have, but better. Because obviously, not being able to see in the dark, I need some kind of light source.
Shining effect. Oh, you mean like you can use it to, like, do a light spell type of thing or something?
It's constantly glowing. It's just like my current sword here. I'll quickly toss it. Oh god, if I can actually copy it. Okay, well, let me copy it. Hold on, let me find it. Here we go. There, I just popped it in Discord. It's, yeah.
Well, I think we can agree that this sounds like the anvil that we would like to try and have and play around with.
That seems like a lot of fun, because we can actually kind of like take magic items that aren't necessarily what we want, and then kind of try to find stuff along our adventures.
I like this because yes, you can do that, but you could also try to find try to make a magic item you want to make, or you could just throw stuff in and see what happens.
Obviously, there's a chance you're going to lose it.
Dragon scale, and this and that, and boom, what happens?
Right. So, like in here, if you're like, hey, I'd love to take this and turn it, so we use the basis of this lance, and then, what I would do is say, okay, you guys will do some research, and then I'll just figure out what I want to do of the type of things to say, this is what you'd have to get to give it the radiant damage, and then here's what you'll probably want to find to get it the other part of it. And then you just get like a bunch of different things, and then you could combine that together.
Gotcha. Well, that is what I would like to do, because that's like exactly what I would like. And it's also a rare weapon, which is where +2s are.
So what I'm hearing is their next adventure is going to be getting this anvil created.
Next adventure?
Oh, what's the next adventure?
I already assumed you guys wanted to start heading down this way since no one said anything, so then I made the decision for you. And
I definitely wanted this anvil. I wanted us to get this anvil made so we can at least start finding magic items or getting magic items and bringing them back and putting them together or whatever.
In other words, how do we start doing this anvil? Where do we start?
Well, first, I think me and Gench want to go talk to Henzio real quick, and then. I mean, I thought we were going to. I thought we said we were going to do that on the walk back to ask questions about some things.
Yeah, we wanted to ask about what kind of food we're serving. At the
soup kitchen.
He's not in control of that. The other dude is. What?
It's an excuse. We need to talk to Henzio. We're lying to the rest of the party so that we can get away for a couple minutes.
And God just slapped us and said, "He doesn't know that."
Yeah, we wanted to ask about Cursed. That was the whole thing.
You want to go ask about Cursed? That's what me and Gench said we were going to go do that when we get back. Is talk to Henzio about what the hell he is.
Scalar's going to go do more research, and
we'll say
Chandra's going to go talk to the bartender.
We'll save it. You said okay. We'll save it for another time.
Save that.
Well,
Because if anything, that was actually worse.
he could tell you whatever stuff that Mike wants you to tell him.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm not going to
Because that's
just
Mike.
give up stuff
No,
with his
no.
character.
I know what you're saying. We just wanted to like have him be like,
how
"Hey,
Henzio found him. Well, yeah.
how did you find him?" But
Okay,
that's fine.
So we'll do a hand wave, and Mike, how the hell did Cursed end up there?
Twiggy. I don't know. It's a little hazy.
Okay.
Okay, his amnesia. Next.
Yeah, he hasn't made up the backstory yet.
He remembers
Mike,
being. He
you know your
remembers
homework.
being part of a group, and then kind of got like thrown out.
So
Scholar's
Henzio
gonna
just
look
found
interested.
him.
Can I do research on you?
Ew, I hate that.
Do you need to go back and relook over your thing again? Is that what?
Oh, probably. Oh. Okay.
So Gench.
Yeah.
Well, we wait for Curse to remember his things because his brain's small.
Well, Henzio remembered because we're talking to him.
Look, yeah. So Gench, how do you do that magic thing, man?
What magic thing?
You have an invisible touch. It reaches in and grabs right hold of my heart. You touch me and I get powerful.
I mean,
You've got the touch.
That's the power of
What?
You've got the power.
I don't.
No, it's the power of love.
Shit. No, dude, you had the perfect time to throw back another 80s song. Oh.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about, dude. Man.
Guy, Imbra.
Okay. So when I look weary and tired, just keep patting me on the back, please.
Oh,
it makes me feel really good, and I become more powerful.
Are you like insinuating something? Like, am I missing something here?
No, you know how I throw big spells?
Yeah.
Boom, woo, shh.
Yeah,
I'm doing hand
the big
to make sure
thing
that
that
he understands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only do that like so many times before my well's dried up. When you pat me on the back, my well refills a little bit.
Oh, I was Chris is gonna interrupt you like mid sentence and be like, "Oh, I was with a group that it's a good group. I like the group, and then I was sent out by the group. Now I'm here doing the group's work."
That's cryptic as all. Oh, all right,
doing great. The doing great. The group's doing great.
Group is tremendous. Tremendous.
So wait, where did Henzio find you?
Did he just find you in a dumpster?
I was walking along a road, and he said, "Hey, big boy,
group, the proud group.
How about you come work with me?" And I said, "That sounds great."
Did he offer you an AR-15 with a bump stock as well?
Oh, okay.
What
do you
is
want me to like?
AR-15?
Do you want me to just throw out some of the stuff that was in here, like actual information of stuff?
Mike, can you not remember?
Yeah.
It's okay. Curious because he's
just
so shrouded in mystery. I just wanted to know a little bit about him.
Scholar accepts him for who he is. He does not need to know his secrets.
There's no secrets. We don't even know who he is.
He's been good. Well, no. Yeah, why is he here? That's a secret.
I'm also so mad that he got us into a fight we didn't need to be in. He just punched some random person for no reason.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, Ken, because I said the first thing I said was right. The first thing I said was right, and then you said no, it's not right. No, that was the second thing. The first thing I said is like, after a while, we decided to split ways.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Yes, that part is correct, more or less.
Did you write his story for him?
No, it was me.
More or less.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try it this way. Mike, what's up with your character?
Oh, he's a big metal dude.
Okay. Do we need anything else?
No, we're good now.
Let's continue.
Okay.
Well, do you like legitimately want to like at least say would your guy say what he remembers? Do you want me to at least put that stuff out there?
Oh, yeah, I would say I remember. It's like, I remember.
So he's not hiding on purpose.
So you remember waking up.
Alright, I couldn't play.
Do you Do you tell them you're just a sentient suit of armor? Do you just say that part?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm a sentient suit of armor.
All right.
So he's
Gotcha,
like a
you
suit of
understand
armor. He woke up at one point in time. He ended up spending time with a group called the Adorn. And while he was there, he started to actually like get feelings and remember a little bit of his past before everything else. And then at some point in time, we'll just say they parted ways, unless he wants to say more about all of that. And then, yeah, and then the rest of that, yeah, was just mostly like.
They just cleared us all.
So you were always a suit of armor?
No, I have some fond memories of running around with a person.
Like
Cursed?
running around as a person or with a person?
With a person.
But also as
Cursed.
a person?
Can I study you for like
I
10
think
minutes?
I'm a person.
Cursed? You're a real boy. You're a real boy, Cursed. But can I study you for like 10 minutes to see if your nose is gonna grow
Sure.
some way? I'm gonna cast detect magic on Cursed.
Can I?
Detect magic. As I study him for 10 minutes, like trying to figure out what the hell.
Can I throw something in if he tries to study you? Then
What's up?
can I throw some information out there while he's trying to study you?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a perception roll, Dave.
I can
Is he
do
ugly? Oh no, I hope he's not ugly.
Yeah, definitely.
We're all no. You're beautiful. Cursed.
That's alright.
You're
I'll
beautiful.
take a 50.
So you start to study him a little bit while he stands there, and you kind of go up and you like peek, like inside the helmet a little bit and stuff to see like what he's made of inside. And what you see is essentially the inside of the armor appears to just be empty,
Except for all the shit that he stores in it.
except for all the crap he stores in there.
Chicken bones, a water
But as you're
flask, a few
looking-
empty potion bottles.
But as you are looking, you
Raccoon? Raccoon
you
jumps out?
see like a almost a ghostly kind of form on the inside.
How big is this ghostly form?
Like the humanoid size. Like, no, not humanoid. It's hard to, well, he's closer to humanoid size, but you mostly see like the face, and it's sort of like a big stocky face with a big beard.
What the fuck?
But it's like, you just sort of see like little images of it every once in a while kind of appear and then disappear. The rest of the time looking in there, there's nothing else inside the armor.
Malcolm's gonna back away in both shock and somewhat fear and just start shaking his head like, what the, what?
Curse is
and he's
gonna look
sit
down Curse is gonna look down pretty like heartbroken. He's gonna be like, "It's okay, I understand," and he's gonna start walking out the door.
I'm just confused, Curse. No, it's
No!
just Curse. It's not
I don't know
what
if
it is.
Thor's there, but he's gonna stop him.
It's not that. It's just it's spooky, man. There's nothing in there other than the random garbage that you store in there.
My last family kicked me out because I looked like this.
We're not going to kick you out.
Mic on.
We
That
need
is so
you.
depressing. I'm so sorry that he brought back bad memories. Malcolm, get out.
Why is it always my character? God damn it! Anyway,
You have the
Because
worst
you're curious.
reactions to the most sensitive things. You're awful at this.
Steve, if you looked inside of a suit of armor and you just saw nothing and then a random face just popped out like a ghost,
No, he's
what would
sensitive.
you do?
He's a child.
We don't. It's a bearded face, Steve. That's why I'm confused. The face was big and bearded. Was it almost after I
What are you talking
stopped
about?
feeling the ghostly face that you didn't see that I saw?
Why I'm fucking talking in character, David. Jesus Christ.
You gotta talk. Like, say you saw a face inside. Come on, we're playing a game.
I saw this face every once in a while when I looked in the armor. Other than that, it was empty. But this face was porky and had a nice big beard
Wait.
to it.
So, like, you were blinking? I don't. What do you mean once in a while?
No, like
Cursed, come here, Cursed. Cursed, come here.
Okay.
Just please open your helmet.
I'm standing dangerously close. Like, I'm standing less than 6 inches away from you now.
Yeah, he also doesn't notice the social discomfort that he should be noticing. He sees you complying. Please open your helmet.
He opens it.
Oh, well, that's interesting. He's gonna stick his head in as far as he can,
Okay.
oh no.
and then he's gonna echo. He's gonna say, "Hello." Can you hear me?
Hello. No, I can hear you.
What does it sound like inside of his helmet, Ken? Describe it for me.
Well, it's an empty suit of armor from your perspective, so you just hear it echoing inside the armor bit.
So you could have held so much more stuff this entire time.
I have this water skin.
Well, okay, well, give me that. Give me the water skin.
Okay.
And lean forward.
Yep.
And put the water skin in his helmet. See?
Wait, what would happen if we put Cursed on the end?
No.
No.
No! Yo!
Can we put it in the
Okay. I get between Cursed and Malcolm. I get
This is
between
in my
him
head.
and say
This is in
no.
my head. This is in
Oh,
my
okay.
head. You don't even have the answer. This is just me thinking out loud. What would happen if we touched
My
the
ears ring in the direction of Malcolm.
So wait, does Tyler see the face, or am I the only one that saw the face?
I'm
I don't
assuming
know, give me a
you did
perception
your
roll.
magic. Oh, cool.
I just did
can do-
perception and I saw the face. I saw the light.
Nah.
You don't see a face when you look. You just see it inside the thing. It's just an empty suit of armor.
Well, that's interesting. Can you take off your hand? Like, can you remove any of your armor, which is you, which is your armor?
It's like testing somebody to take their arm off. Can you just like remove your arm from its socket, please?
He grabs his, like... It takes him a few moments because there's a bunch of latches and, straps. And then he just kind of, like...
Latches.
He pulls it off like he would pull off a glove, but there's just nothing there.
Oh, that looks like.
Oh,
And
my.
the fingers
Wait.
are still moving.
Oh.
Wait, the glove?
Hold
What
on.
the-
That's an important, fact.
Wait,
Oh, I don't
that's
know if it's actually a
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
That could be.
Yeah,
broken.
is that a thing, Ken?
Does his hand
No,
still move?
don't ask that. Don't ask if. Just ask.
that
Don't ask
canon?
don't ask if it's broken. Just ask if it's canon.
What, that it still moves?
Yes.
Yeah, that he has control over his limbs after they've been taken apart.
Or his hand, at least.
For his hand. Okay, well, let's not set limiting factors with our words.
Yeah, let's be careful with our words. He has control over his.
When
Armor.
disassembled, his parts still function.
I would say I'm going to have to say no to that one because otherwise it's going to
Damn,
become
He
ridiculous.
knows.
Oh yeah,
He
You
knew
know
it.
I definitely would go on stealth missions as just a gauntlet walking on its fingers. Dude,
You
I
wouldn't be able to
was
see,
hoping
though.
you would say yes. I already had so many things cooked up.
You wouldn't be able to see anything though. All right. Well, okay. Anyway, after seeing him take
Wait.
his
So he takes his
Gauntlet
arm
hand.
off.
He took his
I would
hand
like
off.
to try and reach out to where his hand was and like grasp at it, see if there's anything there. If it's not, so like I see him taking off his glove, and then like where the hand would normally be, I want to like try and like poke it.
I don't think you would find anything there.
I'm gonna step forward, push Malcolm away, and then I'm going to lean forward into Cursed, closer to Cursed's helmet hole again, and I'm gonna ask him like I'm pretty bad with reading faces, but yours is a little tougher. So I just need to know: is this making you uncomfortable?
Not very. I mean, I'm glad you guys accept me. Means a lot.
Okay, good. I've been prodded before, and I don't care for it.
Is he gonna give Malcolm a stink eye when he says that too?
No, he's not talking about anything that's happened with the party.
So
Like
all
he's been literally prodded.
Cursed.
Yes.
Here's what we're gonna do, buddy. Every morning when we wake up, we're gonna work on your memory. I
don't sleep.
Every morning when I wake up, when you hear the cock-a-doodle-doo, we're gonna work on your memory. Me being a wizard, I have an excellent memory from training. I'm gonna teach you some exercises. We're gonna go through the alphabet forwards and backwards, count up to a certain amount, then back, then remember the number you started at. And we're gonna work on your memory to try and get you to get your memory back. Sound good, friend?
Okay.
Cool. We're gonna do that from now on, Ken.
Okay.
Alright, so then are we off to the next place?
Well, we gotta figure out what the hell is gonna happen. We gotta talk.
Wherever.
We need Ken's hook to happen. All right, Ken, and entering stage left, your hook for us getting the anvil.
Falls from the ceiling.
The anvil just falls.
The anvil or a hook?
Yeah. It becomes big enough to just take out the entire Mercenary Guild, which I've been working on a different map.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I started to. I haven't gotten super far into it, but I was going to add in some of the places. It was going to be like a little underground area that was going to have like a fighting place to practice fighting with some rooms where the steel hand guys could stay. And
In our place as well, in a Christmas hat. But
Ignore him. He's just hanging.
Good. Hot hook.
So, all right. So you guys go through this. While you guys are talking, Scalar, you mentioned you wanted to go do some research. While you were doing some research, and you have like Jelly helping you out in there, you find out Jelly, because you're kind of looking into like, okay, well, how do we get this anvil to like, do all the various stuff, and you find out there is
I can only hear one word at a time.
some. There it is. That there's it's these blue like crystal things called the beryllium crystals that you can find, and they've been known to have magical properties. Some of the tales you find talk about how they, wizards in old had some, and they would use them, and their spells would just seem so much more powerful than they normally would be. Or,
wizard drugs.
What's that?
I'm very interested. I heard wizard drugs.
No. You're not in any of this. You go back to not paying attention.
Oh, okay.
This is me doing research.
Or that, like, some magic items were created with it. Like, you find some things where people, had used it to do various things like that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
And you think that this kind of stuff could probably give you a big jump start in, getting a magic circle set up and a few of the other things there. And it could be a good component that you'll need to help create this anvil.
Okay. I will note this to Jelly and ask her if she knows of any of this item and where I could find them, or anyone I would be able to ask in this area. Pick her brain on the topic.
So when looking around, you find that there is a place. Probably several days of sea journey, but best you could tell. It could be more, it could be less. It'll take you out to an island, and there was supposedly that was one of the places in the old days that where they used to like mine this stuff up. So you go, this was a couple hundred years ago, but this is the only reference I can find right now currently on it. She kind of gives you you kind of get like a rough idea from like an old map, like where it would be at. I mean, it's essentially like, whoops, I meant to move everybody over to there. Do that. Like you would basically, from where you're at, you would go down the river to the sea down through here and then out.
And she said a couple days, as in like fairly deep into the ocean.
Well, I
right,
will take
plus or minus some days.
Just trying to think of the size of vessel, how much that'll be.
Don't forget, we have sailors that are under.
You have sailors and a vessel.
Yeah, we have both of those things.
It's been doing shipping. Yeah, it might not be in dock because it might be doing a shipping run, but
What was the name
we
of
do
the
have a
vessel?
boat.
Well, because river shipping or whatever, river sailing versus ocean sailing are two different things. That's the only thing I was nervous about.
Oh yeah, the ship is
very
big
true.
enough to do. The ship is big enough to do some ocean sailing. I mean, it was never meant to be like it's not like an armed ship or anything like that. But it's big enough to, to easily carry all of you guys, like you and the other guys could crew it together.
Gotcha. I thought I wrote down the name of our ship, but I can't find it.
I think I had a stupid name for it that nobody liked.
Whatever. Okay.
It was something I came up with off the top of my head.
I don't. Yeah, I may have notes on it somewhere.
Yeah, on the boat. Oof.
The boat's name is Serendipity. There we go.
Serendipity. Yeah, I probably didn't know how to spell.
How serendipitous. Now I'm looking at that word. I don't like to say words I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
You know what serendipitous means? It's completely by chance that you just said a word you didn't know.
So
How serendipitous of you. Our ship's name is literally by chance.
The occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way.
That is our
The
ship's name.
D&D lads, always educational.
I mean, it was pretty good that events led up to us needing a boat, and we had one.
Yeah.
speaking of fun words, today's word of the day is Luftmensch, which is an impractical or contemplative person having no definite business or income.
Dench just got really smart.
I have a desk calculator.
Dench just had a moment of just pure brightness.
What's the word again? What's the word again?
Luftmensch.
I've met a lot of Luftmenches in college. Okay, so we have a possible location on these crystals that will help us in making this anvil. I mean, if I could, I would try to bankroll Jelly into doing research for us. I mean, hey, I know you've got the bookstore, but I can probably fund your expenses in finding more on a couple of concepts that we're looking into, and I know that you'd probably be interested in having this magic anvil, or having access to this magic anvil.
And she says, "How much would you pay me to do this?"
All right, well, let me see how much of my gold. We haven't split anything up. I don't have any of my gold.
814 total gold, not including a lot of our gems.
Can I give you 400 gold for these first 2 months at least to start off?
Jesus.
Hold on.
I'm looking for all of her focus, and this is one of the older and more capable people in this town, or at least it's somebody in town who has been in town for a while and can ask around. I'm looking to okay, you're not a bookshop for a while. You're my researcher for the next 2 months, helping me look into a couple of concepts, and I'll have a list.
Yeah, maybe those beryllium crystals can get imbued into the anvil, just so when we get back, we can get started right on it.
Well, I mean,
You
she is the library, and so that part will still continue. But she says that not many people come to the library, so I spend most of my time researching my own topics. But for 400 gold, I will gladly spend the next couple of months doing some research for you guys.
Okay, so I want you to look into topics in this order. And now, really quick, out of character, the topics that our party are looking into, anything that will help with the anvil.
Yep.
Any more of these crystals? Apparently, any locations or sources of these crystals?
What else would there be? Yeah, those two are good start.
Cursed, like living armors.
Maybe. Huh. I don't know how to word it, but like, how people can like get imbued with magic unknowingly or something like that.
Curses.
Kirst is gonna wanna see if she has anything on forging with dragon skin.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if we want her looking into that. We'll have. Well, okay. No, yeah.
As long as we can get a book or something on it.
Dragon armor.
I mean,
all right.
you guys could probably make 2 sets of scale armor if you wanted, or if you had other ideas of things, then you'll just have to tell me what that stuff is. We'll just start with that.
I don't think. Well, okay. Well, before we get back into, I have a list of things that tell Jelly in that order, but dragon armor that counts as heavy armor, right?
No, it would be like scale mail.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's like medium, and Scalar doesn't wear armor, so he literally has his own scales, so he's probably gonna be fine on that. But he wants to tell Jelly, okay, so I want you to look into these topics in order of importance, starting with shadow dragons. Anything you can find on them, where they come from, how they exist, what their basic functions are, their basic intelligence, any and all information on shadow dragons. I need that. We are looking into our Anvil project. I've already briefed you on that. Anything that you can help that will speed that along, as well as any other locations on crystals that we've already looking into. Anything about living armors or animated armors that will help out one of our friends. And we I don't know if you've heard about our recent conquest, I guess, over the Black Dragon, but we're getting it skinned, and we are looking to get it fashioned into some sort of armor. So, any information on that kind of concept is always would be very, very helpful.
Well, for that, she would say probably your best bet for that's going to be, hold on while I continue to keep going. Taking it to, your best bet for the armor would be taking it to the beaten iron.
Beaten iron. Okay, that's the armory in town. Okay, that's kind of what I thought, and that's perfect. You can just scratch that from your list then, and seems like we're pretty set on that anyway as a party. We'll get it tanned after.
Shadow Dragons was number 1, or Magic Anvils was number 1?
Shadow Dragons is the number 1 that Scholar presented, because he was there alone.
I thought we were doing this. You guys came up, you showed us you had the crystals, and you're like, "Hey, can you?"
Oh no! This is as I found. I did research, and as I found about the crystals before I even came back to anybody, I wanted to just all right. Let's hire Jelly. We already got some information. We have our first lead that as a party we're gonna go lead. We're gonna go investigate. But Jelly, I want to make sure that you have everything you need to keep doing research for us.
Yeah, so since Scalar is alone, he'll say Shadow Dragon's number 1, and then the Anvil number 2.
Damn, I was hoping that it was near us so I can say something as well. But...
Nope. You're not involved.
No, I knew I was alone, so I took advantage of the situation. Woo!
Alright, make sure you mark the 400 gold off the wherever.
I also took the 300 off for the skinning.
Alright.
So we've lost a lot of money today, but it's okay.
I will bring this expense report to who's in charge of our funds. I know Steve is player
Naldor's doing
player
the
wise.
Neldor?
Neldor? He will bring
Wait,
Neldor and
an ex-con, isn't he?
No, no.
No, he's just a very.
Monty's probably gonna be taking care of all of the like finances.
I will take it to Monty. We'll tell Monty I hired Jelly for research into our different ventures for 400 gold
He's
pieces.
scribbling away. He has his like behind him, and he just grunts to you and goes, "More money you're spending. We just took in 12 orphans today, and you expect this much more money?" He grunts and this is fine.
We're taking in orphans?
Yes, of course we are. We're the charity of the town. What do you mean?
Why are there so many orphans? How many parents are dying?
Do you not remember the slaughter that happened last year or whatever, a couple months ago? During what was it? Frickin' wait, no,
I was there. Did I cause it or did I? We stopped the slaughter.
I was thinking about the Halloween one, but I don't think anyone died during that. Did anyone?
No, that was wholesome.
A few people died for that, and then it was wholesome after that. But
oh, okay, I do remember. No, we didn't get those orphans last week. That was a couple of months ago. We made it. That was when I was DMing. When someone asked how many orphans did you make, and I gave him that number or something, right?
No, I just completely came with that off the top of my head because
I've done that before. All right, roll for how many orphans you've made.
I mean, my idea, by the way, just so we're clear with the money thing, since the town has both nobles and, like bad areas, all the money that is like taking care of all of the like the soup kitchen and everything is coming from charitable donations from the nobles. So our money is our money. And not.
Do we get taxed by the nobles? Do we get taxed by the nobles?
No, we're a non-profit.
Yes, lawyer. Yes.
We pay our fees.
High five Monty. He goes, "Yes, we're a non-profit."
Non-profit.
That's getting too deep into like all that crazy stuff. Unless somebody really wants to. Otherwise,
no, we're good. We're good. He was just being
I
a
have
smart
zero
ass.
desire to do that. So
No, we're good. No,
unless Neldor was going to be in charge of the thing, in which case I was going to say remove 5%. But
we can make jokes as much as we want when we have to interact with Monty to get money, but Monty is the guy who makes the money issue disappear.
He's the accountant. Well, he's also the noble, so he was raised to do that kind of stuff.
So is Jelly
Neldor is also raised to do a certain type of banking.
Yeah, Neldor. That's why I said we're not letting Neldor do it. I remember Neldor was crooked.
A different kind of banking, yeah. He throws it down his fucking gullet.
No.
It's the books.
He has to buy the drinks first.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so, is Jelly still in our tower? Like
who?
Jelly.
No, she runs the library in town.
No, she's in the library. She's not.
I was so confused if she was with us or if she was in the library or.
No.
She is in the library. The town's library.
I do have a question as to who this is here. What's with this gnome guy?
That's your gnome that you left over, buddy. You just go away. That one. Go away. Go away, Vegas.
That is my gnome from Gnomantide, right? I think we just kept him around.
Yeah, we just keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. Token is there, so I left it there.
Sure.
Memories or whatever.
Oh, you didn't put the ketchup with human legs on this sheet.
Colonel Ketchup.
Epic characters.
Oh, Colonel Ketchup.
That's
true. I forgot about that guy.
I also want to just say, making sure everyone acknowledges Chandran. My druid will at one point be going to the bar to check on Dr. Yekel.
Oh, nice. Just making sure he's doing his thing. Good. Okay.
Yep, I'll ask about him, make sure he's okay, and get him to talk, and then we can move on to more fun things.
Yeah, should we get started on our ship journey?
I suppose.
Honestly,
I
do we
have
have
no
another
qualms
30
against-
minutes of logistics? This tonight seemed really like getting shit together. And does anyone have any other anything in the town? Any other like ordering armor, ordering like selling stuff, spell scrolls, and anything?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head. There's things that Malcolm wants to do. But
Can Scalar use spell scrolls? He can use spell scrolls, right? Can he buy spell scrolls?
I believe anybody
As long as you
could.
as long as you can cast the spell, as long as it's like on the list of whatever spells that you can cast, right?
Mic off.
I'm not even sure that it has to be that.
Well, no,
It's
I
not
think you're
something
thinking
that-
of wands because I'm pretty sure like you can't read the spell scroll unless it's on the list. Like, you can't read the scroll unless it's on the list of spells.
Oh
that you
yeah,
can cast.
that is probably correct. Yeah, for the scrolls. Yeah.
I mean, I think I figured wands were the lazy man's spell casting and scrolls were the save a spell slot thing. I do like. Is there a limit on what level spell scrolls I could purchase at this time? Like I'm thinking level 1 or 2. It would probably be like a wizard in town, right?
There's probably some kind of wizard around. I'd never did much of that. I just know that Better Bargains had some spell scroll.
Okay. I mean, I guess whatever shopping I would do, I would check whatever spell scrolls are around, and if there's a wizard around there that I could request a spell scroll of invisibility, I think I would. Ooh, invisibility and suggestion. Those are the 2 spell scrolls that I want to get.
Okay.
But if he has any in stock, I would look into them and possibly purchase them because that's always a good idea to look into spell scrolls.
Okay, you can cast them as a thing there. Uh, for today's thing, until I can figure out good ways to do that.
just roll it back, basically. That's how you do it.
Yeah, D100 or something. Pardon me. We don't have to do like if you don't have anything ready for like spell scrolls and stuff. Like that could be something that I like ask about, or like next time we're in town.
Yeah, let me figure out because I could always introduce
Sure.
an NPC or something that can do that kind of stuff for you.
Those were the 2 that I'm just looking at the list of spells that a sorcerer can cast. I like invisibility just to be like, all right, if I want to disappear, like just one off, I can't do that myself. If I can get a scroll for that, that'd be cool. And suggestion, just because that's a spell that I would want to have just one in the pocket in case. But I totally see how that can be a bit of a blindside.
Yeah, and they'll probably be fairly expensive. Just so you're aware. Because you do remember, let me see, what was that one here?
You know what? That's actually that. I mean, that makes sense, but that's also probably good because Scalar wouldn't be looking to spend any other money at this point. But if he could like research into finding those in town, he would probably pick up a couple of scrolls later. So
Yeah, I mean, there'll definitely be ways to burn through the gold.
there always is. Trust me, I know that from real life.
Yeah, like as an example, at Best Bargain, she had a scroll that was a 4th level spell, and she was selling it for 2,500 gold.
Sounds about right. Which one was that again?
Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
Oh, right. Wizard would want that one.
Mic on.
But yeah, he didn't buy it though. But did you guys buy that? You guys didn't buy that decanter of endless water though, did you?
No.
I think we didn't.
No, I didn't think you did. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because it's still on my list of stuff there. So.
Were there any other magic items there? Now that we might have a new use for magic items.
The only two that were there currently is the decanter and that scroll.
Okay. Gotcha.
And the chainmail gleaming, if anybody wants it.
No one does.
Wait, hold on. That's the one that glows.
That glows for no reason.
It's just like it doesn't glow. It's just really shiny.
Okay, because I was gonna say no, that probably wouldn't be enough. I was gonna say combining that with the +2 halberd to make that sunblade, but that's probably not enough.
No, that's not really.
Energy, a little more than that.
No, that one's not really like glowing. It's just more like it always looks pristine and clean and shiny, like it's brand new, no matter what.
Gotcha. Wait,
you know what? That's actually not a bad magical aspect to put into something else. So maybe next time.
I mean, obviously we don't have the whatchamacallit, the anvil yet, but like would like my moon touch sword that like glows constantly plus that +2 glaive make something similar to the sunblade, just like 2 magic items into one? And that's something you obviously think about if you want. So you can give me a right now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would think that would be a good start.
Okay, cool.
We'll definitely have to do something with the
Radiant
thing against the radiant part. So. Is David back? I thought I saw he was doing a bio thing or something.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think I saw his mic flip on and off. David is listening.
Okay. Yep. All right. So,
I'm racking my brain thinking of what else we could do, because we've honestly just been like kind of doing all the things we've vaguely talked about while in mission for like the past 4 months. Just like we keep forgetting every time we're in town, and now we're just getting all our groceries done.
Which is fine with me. I have no problem.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I don't mind going through this. I mean, like I don't mind doing this stuff out of game, but no one ever does that. So in game is the way to go.
I mean, yeah, I do. Like sometimes it's just fun to shop and figure out stuff as a party. Can Scalar find sunglasses?
Shut up.
You had asked about that before.
I don't remember that, but yeah, sure, I believe you.
Yeah, you right off the bat were already asking about that from day one of playing.
Yeah, to totally negate that bullshit about not being able to see well in the daytime.
I know, but you took the race.
Yeah, but I don't want the bad parts.
Yeah. Okay, David.
Oh, damn.
Ouch. Active burn.
Actually, during this, since we're just like kind of doing errands and Gensh has some time to himself to think, he kind of wants to go up to Scalar and to be like, hey
Oh,
bud,
God.
hey bud, hey there.
Hi.
I just wanted to have a quick chat with you, friend. So like
Okay.
we're friends, right? You and me, we're good. We're good, right?
This is Gensh saying this. How much time has he spent with Gensh? I mean, obviously recently things have gone well, but
And I've saved your life like twice. Remember you did that whole thing? You were like, "Oh, I'm gonna refer you," and I was like, "Yeah, no,
I
don't
would.
do that."
I guess yes. I would say that we are friends. It's a newer concept to me, but okay. Why? Do you need money?
No. So don't take this the wrong way, but is there something you want to share with me that you haven't really been telling anyone about, you're kind of like, just like you.
He's gonna look around. He's gonna like check his clothes to see if there's something like on his shirt or something. And no, there's nothing that I've wanted to share. If that's what do you mean?
He kind of like looks around, makes sure that no one's watching or listening. Kind of like he's like acting like this is really shady. He kind of like taps his like wrist, and he's like, your stuff.
I don't have. You're looking for something I have. What do you want? I don't have.
And he goes, I'm not good at this. I know you're. I know you're not a dragonborn. I know you're not a dragon.
He will visibly. Scholar will visibly tense up. He will like take almost like an action stance of like, I need to. I need to run.
Hey, no,
and he will look back. Like it's only going to be like a quick instant, and he's going to look around, realize that no one else even like heard that, and he'll still have a pretty panicked look in his eye, and he'll look at you and ask, "What do you mean, my stuff?"
Like, okay, when we were back, and I'm not accusing you of anything. This isn't like I'm not attacking you. This is just like I just want to like get into your what's going on with you.
Scholar is gonna at that point. Scholar is gonna kind of like deflate a little bit, like he just kind of shoulders go down. He kind of just you saw me, didn't you?
Yeah. You were really excited about the dragon thing, and I saw your hood come down, and you were like a similar color to the dragon. I was like, oh.
He'll like hold his he'll grab his hood like subconsciously, like just reaching up to it. He will say, come with me. He will take Gensh, and he will find everybody in the Bulwark clan.
Everybody
Who is like everybody who is in the Bulwark clan who is an accepted character, I guess I would say.
Okay, canon.
Because Scholar's fought with a couple. Everyone Scholar has fought with, basically.
Yeah, roughly.
And once everyone's collected, he will stand before them, and he will be absolutely like just not comfortable in any sort of fashion, and
you got this.
he will address the group. It seems that my secret has come out, and rather than deflect or hide it, I am going to trust. And saying the word trust, you could see him like kind of flinch, like visibly, and he will take off his cloak. Under his cloak, he is wearing a combination of I mean, it's basically drow outfits, drow gear. I'm thinking kind of like purple motif with kind of gold, like expensive looking dirt. It's all very dirty because he kind of cleans it himself, but doesn't really have any other outfits. It's purple and gold, almost like noble finery, but like not any noble finery any of you have ever seen on the surface. And once saying this, it doesn't go past. It's not. It's like a vest and like tunic kind of deal. It doesn't go down his forearms, so his arms are bare. You can see the scales kind of just go up to his forearms and kind of give him a really nice like gauntlets almost on his arms with claws. And basically up to his the front of his face and then down to his neck is scales, but the rest of his head is just all drow, and it's a very sudden change whenever it just goes from straight drow to straight dragonborn looking like it very sudden. He will say, "I am a drow, born in the
Mic on.
Underdark
Mic
and
off.
raised
Mic on. Mic feedback
as a
off.
freak,
Mic
a
feedback on.
mistake, an experiment. I don't know."
Skalar, it's okay, bro. We're like
We love
brothers
you.
now,
We
Skalar.
love you.
Look,
I
throw back my
know.
hair, and you can see my little pointed elf ears, my half elf pointed ears. I cover my hair back up. We're brothers now, bro. We're brothers. Sort of. We're sort of bros, bro, but we're not bros, bro, because you're dark and I'm not dark, and I'm half elf.
Whoa.
You're dragon and I'm not dragon. That is not. You see, I hate when people take me out of context. So I'm not finishing my statement.
No, I understand, and I say this as I am among family, but among the Drow, I was seen as a mistake or uh, a, an anomaly to be explored scientifically. I know that somehow, some way, I am a descendant of shadow dragons.
So what you're
And
saying is
I'm
either
trying
your
to discover that.
mother or your father.
I don't know what I'm saying. He will get that in that insinuation. He will get visibly frustrated and he will yell.
And that's when Malcolm
and his
backs
eyes
off.
will flash like the wild magic color flash that you normally see when he freaks out. He's not going to freak out, but like he doesn't know what that means. But I wish to learn, no matter how hard it is, how difficult the knowledge may be. I wish to know where I come from and why I can do. And he will hold his hands up, and like sparks will start coming out of his hands. What I can do.
Well,
And sorry.
You're okay. The really delayed pause. It's like Mike to get a speech.
Yeah. So he will put his arms down and kind of just put his head down and sort of wait for whatever. He's waiting for shit to hit the fan, or at least the shit that hit the fan to hit the walls.
And nobody reacts.
Wow. Oof. Who? Gensh?
Gensh
Ouch.
clapping.
Oh, that hurts. That's
Why?
rough.
What? That was supposed
Skalar's
to be good.
Skalar's gonna turn around embarrassed.
We love you, bud.
Good.
We'll help you.
Start the wave.
Do you want to go find a cool crystal now? We'll go for a boat ride.
Yes. Time for admission.
Oh, God.
I'm okay.
So the only secret that has been outed yet is Curse, and then Malcolm.
No secrets. He just doesn't know. Well, Malcolm won't tell us, but yeah.
Malcolm.
No one's asked me about my thing. I've just been chilling.
Yeah.
I've been asking. I've been poking and prodding Skalar. So, but now me and Skalar are bonded. Now I don't think Skalar. I mean, I still think Skalar can't control his magic, but I understand Skalar's frustrations now, and we share a common bloodline of sorts.
Bloodline.
Also,
okay, yeah.
There's something that just clicked as a player, so I think it would be clicking at the same time with Gensh because I think we have the same intelligence score.
Yeah.
So the rage or the magic that Gensh gets when he rages.
It's wild magic.
Seems like the same magic that Skalar gets when he gets angry. So like both of our magic outbursts only happen when we're very upset and like frustrated. Just like I'm kind of noticing that kind of like similarity.
Well, the magics that you've exuded in your, as you call it, rages, seem to be nothing but beneficial, while mine are rather a loss of control and
Well, I don't know.
a
I'm in
detriment.
favor. I just get lucky, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get a bad magic.
Magic is very much indeed random, like a leaf falling off a tree. No one can say where it falls, just that it might.
Malcolm's gonna counterpoint on that.
Nope, shut up. No one cares about your stupid, dumb things.
Yes,
Malcolm's gonna counterpoint on the fact that that's not how magic works, but it's okay to believe that's how magic works. Kind of like religion.
I will then cite all of the times in which you said something stupid and Scalar freaked out and caused random magic to happen.
That's still not how magic actually works, but okay. And then they have a 2-hour debate on the
Yep.
and Dench falls asleep. So cool. Scholars.
So yes, so during the whole whatever debate club thing going on the stage, since we have the whole bulwark here, Gench is gonna point at the crew for the boat, assuming they're there, and tells them, "Get your shit together. We're going on an adventure."
As we're arguing about the fine.
Get your shit.
Well, I mean, this was at the end of your debate club thing, so.
And I guess we set off next episode. I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
unless there's anything else that's gonna happen when we're just chilling out, getting ready to go.
Well, unless we wanted to start going and see if we can at least like get a little bit of the way.
Is our boat in town, Ken?
Yeah, the boat is there, and be ready to go.
Have they made us any money yet?
Have they made you any monny?
No, like have they done any expeditions? Have they done any trade work yet? How's the ship life? I guess when we get there, I'll ask the captain. How's it shipping? Yo.
He says we go out every once in a while. Usually not very far journeys, but
it's only been like not even a week.
Yeah.
What since
we got the boat.
No, it's been like.
No, it's been more than that. I mean, it's probably been.
Halloween pass.
We never really fully. I mean, we're not going to do it based on our time. It'll be the time
Right.
on here, but it's been longer than that, though. I mean, you've had a lot of adventures since then.
Oh, okay. So we have some.
That was like one of the first adventures you guys went on.
So we probably have some like various downtime between things.
Right, if you say like a week here, a couple of days here, or whatever. I mean, it's probably been.
Hand wave.
Well, we've done quite a few adventures since then.
We've done a lot of stuff since then. Yeah, that was the first thing we did.
Probably.
This is true.
It's probably been a couple of months at the end of the day. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean we're still in our first year of activity, but yeah, that's cool. Glad it's good to get caught up with the captain again.
Yeah, he says, we do a few things. We do a lot of stuff around the docks now, though.
Oh, good. But it's good to be helping out the town. They've been good to us.
Yeah, and then as he had said, to make sure we're around in case you guys want your boat or whatever to use. But we do a few short jaunts to some nearby towns.
Well, that's good. Maybe we can think about investing in the fleet.
What?
A fleet? We're not a.
He's calling it the fleet. We have one ship. We already have a fleet in his mind. Like that's just that's just the drow in him coming out.
We have
like,
a trading schooner, and it's a fleet to Scalar.
No, there's
it's not
already...
weaponized. It's not armed. It's a trading schooner, and it is a fleet of ships.
Amazon Prime's fleet's not weaponized, and that's still a fleet.
Yeah.
So, maybe change your definition of what a fleet is. Fuck. Like, We can give a trading.
Or it could be a fleet of, like wine tasting. Yeah. You
It
think
could
of that?
be. It could be.
Oh my god.
It could be.
Yeah, we could have wine tasting trade, whatever, or wine trade. Shit. Anyway, like don't write it off. Maybe we steal another boat. Maybe we focus on boat getting for a while.
We don't steal. We procure things.
We get
We take from unjust hands.
unjust boat owners. Yes.
Actually, if you
Unjust.
think about it, we're kind of fucked up. Like, we kill people and take their shit. They might be bad, but we still kill them and take their shit.
No, that's not really that.
It's recycling.
That's not really that bad. It's recycling.
These are the conversations we're having on the freaking deck of this ship as we're setting sail.
We're
I think someone's
waxing
owning this boat.
philosophy.
I think someone's owning the boat.
And
Is it
taking it
actually
from
our boat
someone
that we
who we've
stole?
killed.
That we killed?
Ken, is there any other D&D that you wanted to happen tonight? Because
No, this is fine. I'm perfectly happy with.
did anybody
guys,
else
you know.
want anything else to happen tonight?
I mean, probably not. So
Yeah, I mean, because I assume as soon as we start sailing, then something's gonna happen. So that's gonna take as long.
Mike, are you good? Is Kirst okay?
I'm great.
Ty.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with going through and just sorting out what things you guys want to do, things you might be looking interested in potentially finding, or other things like that. So, and you guys did a lot of role play with your characters and stuff. So.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's good. That was good.
Did we want to discuss like what we can do with the dragon scales? Because like I know there's nothing in canon like canon.
Not worried about that yet. We'll worry about that.
Well, I mean, once we get it, that's like we can maybe get 2 suits of armor made out of dragon scale, and that's just scale armor with necrotic resistance. So
well, no,
that's pretty good.
Is it necrotic? I think it.
It'd be
Black Dragon's
acid.
necrotic. Oh, I'm sorry, acid. I'm thinking of Shadow Dragons now because that's what.
But I mean, you could potentially do other things too. So you just think about it and say, "Here's ideas I had."
I want to make
if no one cares.
I want to make rune bones, or like like casting runes, like that you would use in the spell augury. I want to make augury bones out of dragon bones and use them to try to like out of the like smaller finger bones of a dragon, just try to even out of just like one knuckle, you can crack it into a couple of different pieces and then shape it into different, I don't know what they're called, but whatever sticks. Like I don't know if you've ever seen that ritual where like you cast runes or cast sticks and then the person interprets how they fall.
Right. But it's an actual spell.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's for augury. It might be more of like a hobby. Like if there's any extra bones or something, he might put runes into them and see what, just for fun.
When you have an anvil that you can use to create magic items, you may be able to throw something together.
Yeah, if I'm making dragon bone runes and then find a magic item that, like, I don't know, has some sort of divination. Oh, hey, I have my fiend. That'd kind of be interesting. What would a Lantern of Fiend Detection's magic do in a set of rune bones?
But it's not the fiend part that's important. It's
right. It's just detection. What would detection magic?
I think detection is divination, so that would be the type of magic you would want to actually have in creating that. So
I actually that already sounds like, all right. I'm gonna write down. I don't know. Maybe I cut off one of the claws of the dragon or something, and I'm carving runes.
Yeah, that would be a good use for it, and
that is something I'm going to work on.
Yeah, I didn't even really like think about that, but now that I've got that lantern, I wasn't even really thinking of that. Even putting like the Stone of Iones into like a dragon like 3 dragon stones instead. That would just be cool. But I think I might try that with the fiend lantern. Detection magic in a couple of black dragon bones as runes. That could be like a detect, like cast the runes, and they if there's a dragon within a certain amount of space, maybe I can see what color it is, or maybe they fall a certain way.
Yeah, or I was gonna say maybe even like I was gonna say maybe some kind of like pendant too could be interesting, like a little necklace that like glows, kind of like similar to
Oh, like the
Zero's thing, where it like glows depending on whatever a condition.
right.
Like, I mean, it'd be really cool if you could find out what type of dragon is nearby depending on what color it glows, but obviously that's a
Yeah,
bit
so
that's
that seems like a little much. I was kind of going for like a more vague thing, like you need to cast the runes, like as an action to be able to like utilize its magic, and then if there is a dragon in the area, I have a chance to determine its color. But I also like that idea of a necklace that glows the color of whatever dragon is within, like, what, 100, 200,000 feet?
Yeah, maybe that's something you'll come across eventually, but it seems like something you wouldn't be able to craft.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun idea. That's something Scalar would do. He's into dragons. He would cut up dragons.
If like you needed like
Did you say 200,000 feet?
Yeah, I did.
So useless.
No, every dragon within 200,000 feet. Every dragon. All of them. I know where all of them are.
in the world. You know, I mean, something that could be cool. I mean, this is something for Ken, kinda. Is like
Did
if
you say
Scalar wanted
200?
something like that, like he would have to like somehow get a scale of each type of dragon.
Ooh, or like a scry spell scroll or something like that. But at that point, I wouldn't be like just looking to make that one ultimate item. I would make like first, I would make my scribe my rune bones, and then I would find other magic items to like break down and then also put into that item. So like
Yeah, I
first
like
it just
the
finds
idea of
black
one of each
dragons.
scale.
Yeah, like first it only finds black dragons. Now if I find a red scale and then combine that with the runes, then it's also like as many dragons as we destroy. Malcolm, what?
But I mean, obviously, like that scale thing, like it could be whether we kill the dragon or like you somehow come across it.
Find one, yeah.
Whatever.
I like that.
That'd be fun.
I'll add that to my notes.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff. You come up with these ideas and say, "Hey, I was thinking of this. This seems like it would be neat."
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, with what I've not even what I've presented in just like gameplay, but like what I've talked about with Ken in private, like of Scalar's, like, I mean, you guys kind of know now at this point, but Scalar's been looking into finding Shadow Dragon. So building a magic item that would be able to detect where dragons are and what color they are is exactly the sort of thing Scalar would be making.
Yeah.
So I love that. That's awesome. That's going to be his mission. That's going to be his avenue of trying to find the information he's trying to find.
It's gonna be a Pokemon trainer, but with dragons.
More like a dragon researcher. I'm not capturing the dragons. I'm just taking their DNA and adding them to my power.
Dragon Ball Z. All the Dragon Balls.
Malcolm, Dragon Scale Z. Malcolm, do you wanna have an aside?
We'll do that next session. We'll do that next session.
Okay.
We can do that when we're traveling, because we're gonna be traveling next session, I'm assuming. Right, Ken?
On a boat.
On a boat.
Yep.
I'm excited for the boat fights. If there's a boat fight, Kraken. Oh my god.
Oh shit! There might be a boat fight. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Control water.
Oh, you know what? I can get cold breath. I can freeze water. Yeah, that's something I can do. Okay.
Yeah. Fireballs work amazing on boats.
I can't wait.
I thought about the logistics of that for a second. I was like, I also thought about the fact that what would happen if you dropped a fireball in the middle of an ocean. And
That's mist. You get
my
steam.
my mind just kind of went to shit because I've been doing a lot of physics recently. It was like we started thermal dynamics.
Okay, yeah, that's the end of the night. Stop
And I went,
We're not going to get into thermodynamics at the end.
I went. What would happen if we just dropped a fucking fireball that's 20 feet by 20 feet in water, and it would just be a massive steam explosion that would probably burn everybody in a large radius.
I can't wait to be the drow on a boat surrounded by reflective water and sunshine.
Yeah, you're gonna be useless like always.
Until nighttime comes, and then I'm the best. It's like, oh, what's that boat 120 feet over that way?
I forgot you have 120 feet. Actually, no, I don't on this character. No,
Okay,
I do have 120 feet on this character.
I need to share something with all of you players, not characters, players. I can't tell you how many times I've told my Wednesday group of the amount of times that I've put some sort of hint or clue that Skalar wasn't a Dragonborn but was a drow. How many times it's been pitch fucking black and you guys haven't seen anything, and Skalar's just casually like, "Oh, I see that over there. What's that?" Like, no one ever asked anything about
Dragonborns
that. No one
have dark vision.
They have no dark vision.
They have no dark vision.
Any dark vision.
I knew that. I just wasn't gonna say anything. I figured it was either.
Sure, you didn't, David.
Steve, there was no evidence that he was doing anything other than he's
freaked out when he saw a drow. He can see in the dark when he.
I wasn't there for that. Wasn't there for that.
What?
Wasn't there for freak out. I was almost killing Ken's character by accident at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, he was playing a character as he wasn't close by.
Like, oh, I don't like drow. I was like, okay, cool. I guess he just has a vendetta. Whatever. That's cool.
No, I was not there. That was you guys.
No,
you
that was
darkness.
That was the personal joy that I was feeling after every Monday, just playing with you guys. Just like, all right, maybe I'll slip in something more overt, like, oh, he's afraid of drow. No, not even the person who did sort of like say something like, oh, he doesn't like drow. Okay, like wasn't like didn't see it as a character. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really easy
that's great.
To not metagame when you don't know this stuff.
Yeah, honestly, it's
the hard part is knowing things and then knowing when I can apply it or not apply it. Because I'm sitting here I'm like, he doesn't have dark vision. He's not a warlock. I know he's a sorcerer. Like, does he cast some dark vision? Did he?
Right. I don't have like double eyes or anything.
Like, because you can pick up a thing from Tasha's that gives you it. I thought I had it on this character. I think it's on the other one. But that, like, you can just pick it up and get like any warlock invitation up to a certain level. So like on my one character, I have like 120 feet of dark vision just because. Why not? But
yeah, no, I really really love Skalar. I love how things have progressed with him. I love how the party's been interacting with him. Yeah, he's been a medical experiment all of his life and like a prisoner until he escaped the Underdark, and then he's been living like 9-ish years above ground. Just trying to understand the world up here. So,
understand the world.
So yeah, a lot of fun stuff. I'm glad it kind of came out now because that's literally been like a year since. Wait, has it been like a year since we made Skalar?
Yeah. No. It's been less than that. A year ago was when we started the original campaign with Elric and Morthos and Perseus and Uber.
Right.
Yeah, that went on for what, 3-4 months or something.
Huh?
Yeah, it's been since like September because I remember I started school, and we started the new characters when I started school. So
we're guessing. We have a YouTube channel. I can just say we started the Mercenary Adventure 5.
Yeah, we're talking about the recordings we made on a recording.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry,
yeah.
Was that 3 months? I have 2 week ones. I have episode 1 and week 1. I imagine. Oh, they're the same.
Come here.
So yeah, 5 months ago was the first one.
Damn.
Wow. Awesome. All right, guys. Great session. I love that we filled 2 hours of just like discussion. Not even bullshitting. We got stuff set in motion. We got stuff happening. We spent some fucking money, like ballers.
Which I was interested about for a while.
Yes, I'm glad we finally got something for
Yeah,
For
now
Mike's
the only
characters.
person we need to find out about is Malcolm, but I mean that's something maybe we can talk about later.
We got a little bit of that too. Scalar got something with Malcolm
With the hair, but I mean that's
progress.
Anyway.
Ooh, someone that's
Yeah, my girlfriend's dying.
Oh.
Stop dying. Everyone thinks you're dying.
Awesome session.
She's